Hello everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, I am going to we are going to study Mule property management. If you talking about the property management, for every configuration we have some property like that. If you are using the database node, we are creating a property called the to connect to database like that. We are using the username, password, and we are using the some port number. These are the properties of a connector. Okay, sorry, this is the properties of the mule. Okay, so what we are going to do, let me show you. If you go to any if you go to any flow, and if you see here for listener also, we have something called port number. Okay, for database also we have something called port number, the host name, that username, and the password, and we are directly storing this inside the that configuration. Okay, let's take a scenario. After actually database thing, all thing, and the port thing used to change time to time to maintain the security. So we used to change the port number and the password, some case username also, to maintain the security so that unwanted attack will not happen to our server. But if let's take example, database team, DBA team change the password, then we need to also change the password, right? For that case, again we need to go to the configuration, and we need to edit the configuration, and we need to deploy the application, and it will be huge work for us. So going every database connection, every global element, when you changing the, here currently you are seeing 3, but ideal scenario in the real world it will be a 50, 20, 100. That will be a huge task for us. And also apart from that, there will be also a security region. If you click on show, everyone going to see the password, that will be also a problem. But that main problem was that if they can change the password, then we need to again change the configuration thing. Then how can we manage this? To manage this, Mule provide a properties file. We can create a properties file or the YAML file, and under that we can store the configuration, and further we can refer that configuration file, and we can extract the value from the configuration file and we can use here. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a YAML file or the properties file, .yaml file or .properties file. You can create any of them. Under that, I am going to store these values, that username, port number, the password, these all value I am going to store. And further, I am going to refer that configurational file here, and we are going to extract the value from that configuration file here, and we are going to use. So what is the benefit of doing this? In the further, let's take a database team change the password. We do not need to change into this configuration global. We will just go to that file and we will change the password. That is the important benefit we have. Okay, so let's try to implement the flow. Okay, this is the second flow that is not required, so let me leave it for now. Okay, let's, for that, the first step is to, you need to create the configuration file. To create the, I am going to use in this lecture that .yaml file, but you can keep any of them. You can create .properties file, .yaml file, both are same. Okay, For that, go to the src main resource. This is the folder. If you are keeping any file in this folder, that it is going to refer to the this any of the flow. If you keeping any in this file, further you can refer into this flow. Okay, so let me create one more file called the configuration file. For that, just right click here and go to file and give the file name as a anything you can write like that. I'm storing configuration, so I'm writing config.yaml. Okay, i'm going I'm going to create a config.yaml file. Okay, I think this file is already exist. Let me delete the file. Okay, this file is already exist. Let me delete again, create again. Just click on delete. Okay, just click on new and click on the file and just write the config.yaml. Okay, and just click on finish. Now you can see file has been created. Under this file, I am going to store this global configuration. Go to global element. These two properties I am going to store. So this one is not required for now. That's let I will delete. But for these two is required. Okay. What I am going to do first, let's configure the listener property. Let's take example listener. We are thinking like that all interface will be same in the future, but might be possibility that the port can be changed. So let's configure the port. To configure the port, you can see this is following the HTTP protocol. So go to this configuration file and write here the HTTP, and it is simple YAML file that you have to create. Give one space and give here the port. Okay, and mention here the port number, that is 8081. Okay, the first configuration we are done with the HTTP listener. Second configuration we need to do for the database. In database we have the host, port, username, password. Okay, these configuration we need to do. So let's go to the again file and let's give the database name anything. Let me give the my or anything. Let's give the generic name so that we can database and hr underscore emp. I'm writing this type of like that so that I can later I can refer how basically what basically this database do. You can give any name, and here I have to give the all detail like that: host name, port number, these all thing I need to give. So let me give the host, port, user and password. Let me quickly give host, host and port, user and password. Okay, and after that there is one more properties called database. So let me use this also. Okay, and let's store the value against it. Okay, the first host it is, let's keep the copy from here itself. The host it is this value. Let me copy this and write here. Everything you have to write under the double colon, double quote. Port it is because it is a string, so we need to keep as a string. Okay, it follow the string. Okay, username and database same, so let me copy the username, and database will be same, so let me copy here from here, that is username. You can say database value is also same, so let me copy this. Let's go to the configuration file and give the username and leave the database. Okay, let's give the password, the last thing. Just click on show and just copy the password and give here. Okay, so I have stored everything in the this file. Now it's time to refer into here, but before referring to here we need to create a configuration file, so that will help us to extract the value from this file to, so that this flow this configuration. Okay, for that just click on create and click on the configuration properties and just click on OK. What you have to do, you have to refer this configuration file that you have created few minutes back. Just refer the configuration file that you have created. I have created a configuration.yaml. Just refer it and click on OK. So what you can see, what it is it written, reference a file with the configuration properties. Each property has a key and value. You can see, if I want to show you, that property is like that port and the host name, these are the property, and the key can be a referred with the mule configuration file using the symmetric. These are the key that we are going to use with the global element to extract the value from the from this configuration file. So I have created this configuration file that I have created it. Okay, and let's go to the now HTTP listener. Here again they told to give this same, like let's give the key name. In the key name, what you have to write, in the key name you have to write like that. How we can access the port. To access the port we have to do HTTP. It is inside, the port is inside the HTTP, so you have to write the HTTP dot port. Dot is used to access, go inside it to access the value. If you want to access this port, you have to select the HTTP dot port. If you want to access this field, then you have to use the database hremp dot host. If you want to access this port, then you have to select the database hremp dot port. Again, for username you have to write database hremp username. For the password you have to write the database hr password, and for the database you have to write database hr database. These are the, you have to use the dot operator to go inside to fetch the value. And this is the thing that we are going to, this is the key that we are going to use to extract the value. This is the key that I have written here in the port. This is the key we are going to use to extract the value. Some dollar sign, under that we have the curly bracket, under that we have to write the which key we want to extract. I want to extract from the http dot port. Okay, make sure the spelling is correct, so it is similar to that you have written here. Okay, now let's select the other key for the database. Go to database. Okay, let me click on save. It is, why it is coming, okay, why it is coming wrong, let me see. Not sure, let me try to http dot, okay, okay, now it is fine. Just click on okay. Okay, now let's go to database configuration. Just similarly here everything you have to write same, like that dollar sign curly bracket, under that you have to write like that database that you have written there, and the what value you want to fetch, host I want to fetch. Similarly you have to write for the port number else host as just similarly you have to write dollar and the curly bracket and the database that we have written here and the port. Sorry, it is the port. Okay, port. And similarly let's give the for the username also. Let's use for the username. Let's try to do the dollar sign curly bracket this and the user. Make sure these all thing, that database hremp and user, these all thing is similar to that you have written in the configuration file. If it is going to be anything wrong, then you are not going to make a connection, because we are fetching the value from there. If something is going to wrong, then it will create a problem. Okay, now again for the database I am going to do, let's create a curly bracket, that this, that, and the database. Okay, now click on test connection. Now you can connection successful, so we are writing similar to that I have written there. Okay, so what I did, I created a configuration file. Under that I am storing the value, the port number for the http listener, and for the database credential, everything like that, host name, port, username, password, and database name, everything I am storing here. Okay, after that I have created a configuration properties. This property I am referring the file that I have created. I am referring the file that I have created, this file, configuration file. What is the role of this file? What is the role of this configuration property? This configuration property help us to extract the value from this configuration.yaml with the help of this key symmetric. Okay, so this configuration property help us to extract the value from this file if you are using this symmetric. So what we did, we have created this configuration file, we have referred the file where we have stored the value, and now in every configuration in the http listener we are, okay, why it has changed. Okay, let me do the database. Okay, for this it is same. let's let me try it for this one also. Okay, dollar, okay, and then this http dot port and this. Okay, just click on test connection and click on OK. Now we are done. Now it's time to test whether it is working fine or not. So let's test the flow, this flow, and let's see whether it is working fine or not. Let me click here to deploy the flow in debug mode. Let's save the flow, and let me add a breakpoint here. So let me again, till the time it is deploying the flow, let me again quickly brief the thing. This will create a benefit. Let's take example, after 6 months database team came to us and told that we are changing the password. If this file will be not present, then the problem will be will be like that, we need to go to each configuration and we need to change the password and port, whatever they are requesting. But I am not going to do this, because I have already referred to this, so I am not going to perform that thing. What I am going to do, I am going to directly change here, and it will make effect into the every configuration that I have mentioned here. Okay, that is the benefit of doing this. So I have created a configuration file where I have stored the credential that I am going to use, and this credential I am going to extract and use in the our global element with the help of configuration properties, because this configuration properties, whatever the file I am referring here, it will help us to extract the value with the help of dollar key name. Okay, so let's, okay, this is failed. Let's see why it is failed. The flow, why it is failing, could not create. Okay, okay, this configuration, let me delete this, it is not required as already. So let's deploy it again. Let's stop the flow and let me deploy it again. And let's wait till it is deployed. Now my flow has been deployed successfully. It was creating problem because in a particular project you can create if you are creating another flow, then you have in another flow you have to keep the listener put unique. Here I have used 8081, and in another flow I have also used by mistakenly 8081. That was stopping in the deploying, so I had deleted that flow, and now it has deployed successfully. So let's move to in the debug mode, and let me try to hit the flow. I am going to hit the flow, and okay, and let's see. So let's go to the postman and let's hit the flow. So I have hit the flow. Let's currently, if you see, this value is not inserted in table, that is the Arun Kumar employee ID. Okay, so let's move forward, and if you see, it's gone to the here. It will now insert into the HR table, employee table. Now it will move forward, it will insert into the HR table, and it will move and it will give a response. And let's see the response. Both employee and HR table inserted successfully. Let's go to the table and see whether it has inserted or not. Let's go to the employer table. Now you can see Arun Kumar has inserted with the some employee ID. And now let's go to the HR table and let's see, and you can see Arun Kumar has inserted. Okay, so now this is done. Okay, this, and I hope you have understand how basically this configurational file works. So in the upcoming classes, if you want to store some value inside the database, you can directly use the this configuration file, where you can write the database configuration detail, and you can create the configuration properties inside the global element, and you can refer that file, and this configuration property will help you to extract the value from the configuration.yaml, and will help you to use inside the other with the help of dollar key. Okay, you can see I have used the dollar key. Okay, so hope you have understand. Again, if you have any question, any doubt, if you still have, then you can contact me. Thanks for watching the video. We will meet again. Thank you all.